Hi everybody, Mike here. Thanks for watching Mike's Garage. Listen, there's been a lot of talk lately about the hurricane in Florida, and one of the things that's coming up is electric vehicles. Now, if you have a vehicle that was submerged in salt water and it's really going to take a beating, may not even be salvageable, you can save some of the gasoline cars. The engine and transmissions will work out, but the electronics in the standard car really take a toll with salt water. If you get a Tesla or one of the other electric vehicles submerged in salt water, it's pretty much shot. It might last for a little while, but the corrosion is going to be unbelievable. So those kind of cars are really in jeopardy of just being ruined by salt water. And the insurance is going to go up on those too. The other thing is, where do you get your car charged? Now, you're down in Florida and you drove to Orlando and you want to drive back after the hurricane's over, but the area you're going into doesn't have any electricity and they don't plan on having any electricity for days or weeks. So you're going to drive there, you're not going to be able to charge your vehicle, you're stuck there, okay, for maybe a week or more. Now, there's three different kind of chargers that you can use. They have a small trickle charger you could plug into the wall, and it does take about 24 hours to charge your vehicle up fully. There's the medium charger that charges a little faster. They're the ones you see in the gas stations and things like that, where you can go and you plug in your EV to one of those charging stations. You got to swipe a credit card and plug it in. And that usually takes 3 or 4 hours to get that fully charged, but you need access to a lot of energy on the grid to power those kind of chargers. The best charger is the one you have installed in your home. It's a very high power charger. It'll usually bring your batteries up to full power in 1 to 2 hours. And those are a little more costly because it does draw a lot more electricity. Now, it does cost you about $30 or $40 a month to charge your car if you use an electric vehicle to charge it. So there is a savings there. The problem you run into in an electric vehicle, well, there's a couple different problems. Number one, the tires. The tires don't last long at all. On your regular vehicle that you buy at the dealership, you get maybe 35, 40,000 miles, 45,000 miles out of a set of tires. You keep them properly inflated and you rotate them often, and you can get 40, 45,000 miles out of a set of tires. On the electric vehicles, 20, 25,000 is because the vehicle is so heavy and it just wears out the tires quickly. So you're going to be replacing the tires twice as often. So for 60,000 miles, you'll have to buy one set of tires on a regular vehicle. For 60,000 miles, you're buying 2 or 3 sets of tires on that vehicle. It depends how you drive. You know, fast accelerations, going around corners and things like that, definitely shorten the life of the tire. So you have to watch out for that. The other thing is the price of making a battery. The batteries uses nickel, lithium, and the price of those minerals are going up. So you know, they always told you that over time there'll be more manufacturing of batteries and the price of batteries will come down. You know, actually the opposite is happening because it is so hard to get a hold of the minerals for the nickel, the lithium, the zinc to make a battery, plus the price of energy to make the battery itself, to make the casing, the lead, all the other components that go into it. You need a lot of electricity to make the battery to begin with. So the price of batteries is going up, not down. So be careful with that. And if you have to replace the batteries, the battery packs usually last around 60,000 miles, maybe 70,000 miles, usually 4 or 5 years on a standard driver. The less expensive batteries, say a Nissan Leaf, which is a small car, doesn't have a big range or something like that. Those batteries run anywhere from $3,500 up. And that includes the price of the battery and a disposal fee. You know how you had to pay to get rid of your tires? Now you have to pay a fee for them to dispose of your tires. Same thing's coming on board with the batteries. The more batteries that are being used, that price is going to go up also. It's not going to get cheaper to get rid of the batteries. It's going to be more expensive. So a medium-sized car with a medium range, the batteries run close to $10,000, to get them replaced after about 5 years. And the very high-end batteries with a lot of power, and like in the Tesla two-motor, four-wheel drive vehicles, those batteries run around $14,000, and that's a lot to put out. The money that you saved on gas over 5 years, okay, you used up a lot of that on tires, and now you got to pay $14,000 to get a new battery put in. So is that worth it? I don't know. It's up to the individual. Is it less polluting? Actually, the car itself is less polluting, but the energy that you have to spend to make the batteries, to charge, to run the battery chargers, is all coming from a power source. It's all coming from a coal-fired power plant, natural gas fired power plant. We don't have too many hydroelectrics, so windmills are kind of undependable. So where are you going to get the energy to charge this? It's going to go up. Right now you're about 13 cents a kilowatt hour, and California is 20 to 40 cents a kilowatt hour, depends where you live. So the price of charging the batteries is going to go up. So, not like a gasoline car where you can make it more efficient and it's more dependable and a run for 140,000 miles. Pretty much you just have to take care of it, change the oil and everything. In the long run, it's much more expensive to have an electric car. Yes, it's cool. Yes, you think you're saving the environment, but there's a lot more to it than that. So you have to be careful with that. So usually people buy them, they think they're doing the right thing, and maybe they are in their mind, they're perfectly justified in doing that. But the expense of owning an electric vehicle over a 5 or 10 year period now, I usually keep my vehicles over 100,000 miles. It's 8 to 10 years that I keep a vehicle. I would have to spend a lot of money to keep an electric car running, more money than it would take to keep a gasoline car running. So just be careful if you're going to buy an electric vehicle. There's a lot to consider. There's a lot of pluses and minuses on that. They are quiet. They're very nice. They're a good riding car. So just shop around and make sure you're doing the best thing for you and what you need. Okay? Hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching Mike's Garage. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Take care now. Bye.
Good job, bud.
Yes!